Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing another CPU bound benchmark comparison between the AMD FX 8350 overclocked to 4.8 GHz. I'm going to pit that up against the Intel Core i5 3570K overclocked to 4.3 GHz. AMD's on memory with 1866. I'll post this in the description below, but 1866, let me bring up, well, let me go ahead and start the benchmark first, because it is a little bit long. There we go. So yeah, this benchmark is Phantasy Star Online 2. Like I was saying, the AMD at 4.8 GHz, effectively making it similar to 9590, which is the highest end AMD CPU you can get right now, unless you're going with a server build. But anyway, on the left, the 8350. Let me bring up the whoops. Let me bring up Catalyst Control Center as well. Alright, so let's just zoom in here. This is running with memory that's rated at 1866. You can see right there. CL9, that's what AMD is using. And then if I just bring the Intel one up on the next screen, this is the Intel one. It's running at 1600 megahertz, same as what I did with Final Fantasy XIV. The reason why Intel's at 1600 is that's what's officially supported, so if you're overclocking the CPU, you don't have to worry about memory stability, because that's the highest speed that Ivy Bridge supports. And for AMD, it's the same situation. 1866 is the officially supported speed, so that's what it's going to run at. For graphics cards, AMD has a 7870 overclocked to 1100 megahertz. I guess I could show, well, this is the hardware here. You can see that verified by the number of, I guess, the stream processors somewhere, if they're even listed there. Intel's running at PCIe 3.0. You can see the memory, 2 gigabyte GDDR5. Core clock is that, but it's actually running at, if we go into AMD Overdrive here, it's actually running at 1100 megahertz. And the AMD is running at the exact same speed. So 7870 with AMD and 7850 with Intel. And I guess the other thing that I can show, just to prove, where's the mouse on this thing there? Just to show CPU Z, the AMD is running with 1.5 volts, is running at 4.8 gigahertz. Bashera 8350 and Intel at 1.3 volts, just about 1.29, somewhere around there. It seems to move around a lot. Is running at 4.3 gigahertz. So Core i5 3570K. I would say these are the most popular gaming CPUs for people who want to build serious gaming machines. And with the extra money you save going with AMD, you can get a slightly more powerful GPU, and your system cost is going to be the same as the Intel. So that's why I paired the AMD with the 7870, because with the difference in the price, you can bump the GPU up one, and with the stronger processor, or I guess the better IPC, higher cost CPU on the Intel side, you get to pair that with a slightly weaker GPU. So 7850 goes with the Intel. So just to show briefly here the FPS average, it's fairly high. The resolution we're looking at here is 1200p, so that's 1920 by 1200 is the screen resolution on these 22-inch Lenovo ThinkVisions. That's right, you heard me, 22-inch 1200p monitors. You can see the average FPS there. It's very high on both, so that indicates that this is going to be CPU bound, since the graphics cards are able to achieve well over 120 FPS. So AMD on the left, Intel on the right. I think this is the last scene here with the final boss monster for this dungeon. And post a comment if you want me to do more of these type of videos, and list the game that you want to see. So here we have our final scores. AMD scored 18,118. Intel scored 17,149. So they are both very close. AMD probably scored a little bit higher because of the slightly stronger GPU. So I hope this shows, or I guess I prove a point here, that you can go with AMD for gaming, even with multiplayer CPU-dependent games such as this one. So if you like this video, hit that like button below. If you want to see more of these type of videos, please subscribe to my channel. Post a comment below letting me know what type of game you want to see me do in this sort of comparison. And also let me know if you like this format of doing benchmarking or these versus comparisons between the two processors. There's not a whole lot of people out there that show these type of games. I know there's a lot of people that do like Battlefield 4 comparison, Battlefield 3 comparisons, Metro, those type of, like, a lot of people do shooter games. They don't really tend to show games that I think are a lot more CPU dependent than the more modern titles. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks.